This is episode 8, part 2. Welcome to Stay In Podcast, a podcast to stay from stay.
Normally, I would not do this. Unfortunately, something has glitched, and we've lost the entire part 1 of this episode 8. What you will be seeing is part 2. I'm not sure what happened. We can't find it, but you will be starting as Stray Cloud is talking about that episode of Chan's Room. And I apologize that you're only getting half of the conversation, but I hope you will still enjoy. Thank you.
It's starting to happen again.
That was weird. Like, I didn't touch anything. My damn ghosts are coming up those stairs again, I guarantee you.
It's the curse about talking about Hyunjin's shower.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, like, that should not be discussed.
What?
I was just saying that that's what they were saying. They gotta censor it. So yeah, Channing talks about his dad and how his birthday just passed 2 days prior, and he goes into detail about his dad's personality and his looks, and how his dad is basically his motivation, and just like that kind of takes off like the first few minutes of this live, and then he starts off the first song, "Rewrite the Stars," and he he actually played this song in his first live and saying how it's still one of his favorites. And then he moves on to the second song, "Counting Stars" by One Public. He didn't really make too many comments about this song other than he's been listening to this song for years. The
Now,
second song,
if after this episode, is that when Hugh Jackman started following him?
I don't know. I gotta look at it. I don't know. Third song played was "The Scientist" by Coldplay. He talks about how Coldplay actually visited South Korea to perform on stage there, and how him and Hyojin and a few other trainees actually went to that concert. And then he mentions like there's this part of the show where Coldplay actually ends up running, down the stage ramp or whatever into where their fans were. And so he was just like, when we ever have a concert, I want to try doing that. And I don't know if y'all recall, but they actually do
Mama.
that during the concerts. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they run down the stage and towards there or whatever. Their next song they played was "Cold Water," and Channing was talking about that this song he actually so every month they do as a trainee they had to perform a monthly evaluation, and that this song was one of those songs that he played by himself singing and dancing during his evaluation. Then we got "Death of the Bachelor" by Panic at the Disco. I love Panic at the Disco, so I was definitely singing along. And Big Chan does mention that him and Young K used to sing the song together all the time. So yeah, and then we move on to "Happier" by Marshmello, which I love this song, but like I used to listen to it all the time. That sometimes I'm just like, no, not again. And so like he ends up going into like that thing where he does like when he hears like a song and he starts like going off of that and just like we just gotta be like, whether you're sad or angry or anything like that, we're always so happy. Like, I'm happy. Like, how he goes on to like going into the little speeches that he gets, but he ends up doing that with this song. And then he starts telling a story about how like great of a gamer Felix is, and how he does this little hee thing type of noise, and that he's and that like Felix Channing finds that so cute that he ends up copying him trying to do it. He's just like, oh, I just can't do it right. He does it so well.
But I thought Felix like lost his games all the time.
I know that's what I was thinking too. Like I was just like, that's not what I hear, but maybe it to Kenny he's good because Kenny's not really a gamer like that.
Felix is
Uh,
probably not competitive.
I can't see that.
Yeah, I can't see him being well, but he won all those trophies for Taekwondo. Oh, God, I can't even talk. Y'all know what I mean.
Taekwondo. Yeah,
Taekwondo.
Taekwondo.
Yeah, that.
You're not doing very
Yeah,
good
that's true.
multitasking.
I was looking at the next thing.
Um, but yeah, that's basically like what he's doing. And he also mentions that his dad, so basically the comments start getting filled with a lot of like, do you type thing. And so he's like, these comments are fantastic. It's hilarious with the comments zooming with that. And he, like someone commented like, oh, stay healthy or whatever. And he was just like, yeah, I'm healthy. Like his dad always tells him that too. Like his dad always says like, stay healthy, don't get sick, eat well, like all this other stuff. Because his dad's like, works out a lot. He
Oh,
tries
yeah.
to be healthy. So he's just like, don't worry, guys. Like that's the number one thing that I always do is I eat healthy, and I work out. I'm good. Okay, cool.
Thanks,
His dad
Daddy
just seems like
Bang.
I know his dad just seems like the sweetest. Like he just seems like the sweetest, which is funny because as he does come off as like a really sweet dad, Danny does mention that he does like have a little bit of a temper, and that's where he gets it from. Like his dad has a little bit of a temper, so he has a little bit of a temper.
A
I'm
little
like-
bit of temper.
I think is it more of a, I know what Channy's temper flares is when one of the members is being put out.
Yeah.
And it's more of a you touched my child type anger. You know what I mean? Not just
A father anger.
yeah,
Yeah.
father anger.
I'm pretty sure
Unlike-
that's what he's getting.
Unlike some of us that like cuss out the drivers that are next to us or something like that. I have no idea
I'm
who
out
I'm,
here
I'm
What are
exposing
you
talking about.
doing, bro?
I don't know who I'm talking about. It's not me.
Tanya's out here exposing herself.
I know. Y'all saw her. I know. But yeah, I do that too. Just saying.
I do that too.
I don't drive.
But
But yeah,
did y'all see the workout that he did? And he did like half of the workout to Hannah's song and the other half to Channy's. Did
No,
y'all
I
not see that
didn't.
Insta? It's really cute. It's like he's working out and
has an
he's
Instagram?
doing it to like
does.
S-Class or something. And then he like went swimming and was listening to Hannah's song or something like that. I don't remember what it was.
I
but
thought
it
I
was
only
really
ever
cute.
found his mom's Instagram.
Oh, I'll send you his dad's link.
I follow both him and his mom.
Yeah.
I follow his mom and Hannah, but I didn't
He
know
likes to
that.
post a lot of food pictures.
Also another we know.
Yeah. More like Chain Ben's sister. She posts a lot of food pictures too.
They're foodies.
Yes, they are.
She's probably always hungry.
Well, she has her brother who is named Chain Ben, so I'm sure that if she wasn't there before him, she probably didn't get anything.
I know that feeling.
Did I put a Smarty in that one?
And the last song that the next song that was played was Lego House by Ed Sheeran. Love that song. And Kenny does end up singing along to the song the whole time. So it basically turned into a cover of the song because he was basically singing it. And he at the end of it he was just like a little shocked. He was just like, oh my gosh, I actually sung that whole song, like weird. And he did get a little bit embarrassed by it. He was just like saying how big of a fan he was of Ed Sheeran and that if he ever met him, he'd just give him a big hug. And I'd be like, a lot of us fans would love to, like, if we ever see them, give them a big hug too. Like,
Yep.
if I ever bump into them, I'll just give them a hug,
Did
but I
y'all
would
see the
die.
kids sent Charlie Puth a whole meal?
Yeah, I saw that. I did see
thought that
that.
was
Was
cute.
he in the same venue or something?
Yeah, he was in that band. He was there, I think, that weekend that they were originally supposed to be there. And then they got moved.
Yeah, I was confused by that. I was just like, wait, I hope they
Yeah.
didn't like send it like across the world just to tell them,
No.
hey. Um, so Channing starts talking about a recording with Three Racha, and when he looked to the side, he waved and then beckoned somebody to come in, and it turns out it was Han. Han ended up like saying, "Hey, how y'all doing?" They were saying how Day is in his heart, and they started doing that thing where like this is my heartbeat beat type thing, and I think that Chapin has always done that my heartbeat too or whatever, right?
Oh, probably.
So I think he's always done that because they actually were just like joking about it. They're just like, "Where's Chainman at?" Because they started trying to copy it, but they were like, it was funny.
I know what you're
My
talking
heat
about.
heart to beat that. Yeah.
And so they're just like, "Oh yeah, that's Chainman's thing. Where's he at?" And so then Kenny goes on to say that he will credit Stays for the songs that he makes because he said that Stays were actually are his inspiration, and that most of the songs that he comes up with is based off of Stays. I'm just like, oh, get you a man that writes you a song.
Right?
It's not one song, a dozen songs.
I know. It's not fair. Whoever claims this man, they must have like,
They hit the jackpot, the lottery.
I know exactly. Like they must have really done something very good to be rewarded like that. And then he starts getting off topic like he usually does, and answers comments, and he then mentions that through live he feels closer to Stay. This is what we were mentioning earlier. So he was mentioning that he was just like, I when doing these lives, he feels closer to Stays and he feels a connection with them, and how he indirectly says that it's like his safe place and he feels comfortable talking here and everything. And then he goes on with another like speech of the day and before thanking Stage for everything that they do, and then he reads comments saying like, "Oh, thank you," and he like says it back to them. You know how he says someone would say, "Oh, you're so sweet." He's like, "No, you're so sweet," like that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
He still does. Um, and then Chinese starts to be a little silly and adorable, and then he starts talking about his little brother, Lucas.
Lucas.
And yeah, so he's just like, my siblings were singing the other day, and he was just like, they actually have pretty good voices. Like normally he'd never really heard them sing, that they always like hummed along to the song, so like hear them sing, like he's like, oh, they're pretty good. And so his younger brother, he was saying how his little brother got into the same school as he did, and he was saying like he wanted to go see him, but like there was this whole thing, and his little brother was also doing swimming competitions and all this stuff. And he was talking about how he misses his family and his dog Barry, and then he moves on and trying to decide on what the last song would be to end the episode, which was Mixtape 3, which is a beautiful song. I just love hearing it. um but he was saying it was only available on CD. Is it not like on YouTube or something?
Mixtape 3?
Yeah. He's saying it's only available on
Well, maybe back when he
CD.
did that live.
Oh, that's
See.
true.
Mix.
Sometimes I forget
Right.
that this is something that happened years ago. But he also goes
Finding it.
and mentions that, like, I don't know what was happening in the comments at that point, because he like goes is like, just to let y'all know, like, I don't like he was like, I don't mind the comments at all. Like, I love reading y'all's comments and stuff like that. We can call him whatever we want. Like, he does not care, and like you're
He
welcome.
must have had some aunties in there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like,
Mixtape 3 is on the Yellowwood album. So that Channy's room is way prior to that. So yeah.
but yeah, that's what like I hope they weren't too bad comments, but he was basically telling them that he doesn't care what they say. Or
Good.
they're like saying something, but he literally called them out. He was just like, I don't really care like what y'all say in the comments. like he doesn't mind at all, and like we could call him whatever we want and whatever. But
Yeah, that sounds like some aunties.
yeah,
And they're even worse
Mhm.
now.
That basically how the episode ends. He just ends it like that, and he's like, "Okay, bye." He was like, "Bye, baby girls and baby boys." He's like, "That's
Oh,
too
that's where,
long."
oh,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, he was like, "That's too long. Like, what should I call like babies, babies?" He's like, "Baby stays." We'll just say baby stays because y'all are my babies, and he would just say that stuff like that.
Funny.
Like maybe that's where baby stays came from.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I know that he had to change it because he was saying baby girls and he got in trouble for that because there were guys too, and he didn't want to say baby girls and baby boys because that would make him our daddy. And so they just he just says baby stays now. Huh?
Like, first of all, why would you get in trouble for something like that? Like, the fan base was mostly of females, girls. Like,
It
how was
still
he supposed to
is.
know? Yeah, exactly. Like, how is he supposed to like go into that saying like, oh, I guess there are some boys in there, you know?
Yeah.
He never even meant to call us baby girls. Like, it was literally a freaking picture that they saw on his phone, and that's just what they labeled themselves. That he went along with.
Okay. Well, it's kind of sad that he had to start dealing with aunties so early on. Do we have anything in any of the other rooms like Leno's and stuff? Now, Leno's birthday is coming up this week. What is it, on Wednesday? Is that right?
The 25th.
So 23rd, 24th. Yeah, Wednesday. He's already posted his pictures, so I don't know that we're gonna get a live because we haven't had a live from Leno in a hot minute.
I know we used to get one every Saturday.
I know. I think that's just part of I'm telling you, it all started around Felix's birthday. Felix and Han's birthday. Yeah. I don't think there's really anything in any of the other. I didn't put anything in there anyway.
I added some stuff.
Oh, you added.
But
Oh, yeah. I remember seeing that like scroll of stuff that you put in
Oh
Han's.
yeah.
It's like, well,
But
someone's been busy.
but I haven't added anything to the red lights because I'm in a group of a group chat on Facebook, and it's nothing but about fanfic. But lately it's all been nothing but men sung, so I'm waiting to see if somebody has anything other than that, you know, because
I
that's where I
know.
get my questions.
I know
And I'm
this
like,
peach is
okay, let me take a
dirty.
little bit. Yeah.
I know this peach is dirty sent out her second Tangled.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't get on those, so I didn't know how to add the link without having to download a bunch of stuff that I don't have, nor do I want. So
Oh, okay.
my phone is full enough, like I have to empty it every single week. I have no idea why. But yeah. So I don't know if I put anything in the red lights. Oops, wrong button.
I mean, I've posted some edits on my TikTok, but I haven't added them to any of
Yeah.
the rooms. But
I think Brandy posted something, but it was there last week, so we've already talked about it. Did we had the OT8 live this week? I have not got to watch it yet.
Oh yeah.
Has
People were
anyone
Yeah,
watched
and
joking
it yet?
because there were some people that were joking that because Chani had to like push the camera and fix it and stuff like that, and they're just like what we see compared to what like the boys are seeing behind them.
Yeah.
I was like, I was
Um,
coming behind.
and then I was like, I've been so busy. Like I had to make flower crowns for my friends because they're going to see the rose. And so I had to make 5 flower crowns. So I was up till 2 a.m. last night making flower crowns. And I've just been, I've been busy. Ugh. But we were watching. What were we watching? We were watching. We watched some of the second of the episode of the Stray Kids Code, the baseball one,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
and then
I
they
haven't watched all of the second one yet, so
There was
yeah.
an interview that
You know, we were watching some of it, and then we got switched to AT. So yeah,
there was
it's
this
whatever.
there's this interview that Lino did not that long ago
oops.
where they said like what would you like to say to like the newer stays, and he was talking about like which watch Stray Kids Talker from the very beginning, like don't just start wherever like it started coming out when you popped up as a stay from the very beginning. And I think it's because like I can understand it a little bit because if you started at the middle you're gonna be completely confused of what's
Oh,
going on.
so lost.
Yeah.
But I think they have a lot of standalone content though too. Like that's not where you have to start. That's not where I started. But it was nice that once I figured out where I wanted to go to be able to start. But because I came in right when V Live was having their whole change up thing, so it was kind of a nightmare. And their content was getting scattered to the four corners of the world, and it was hard to find. Like it was hard to find all of the survival show with English subs in order. And then once you watched it, it didn't necessarily keep what you had watched, so you end up watching it again thinking you didn't watch it, and then you had watched it, so you skip, and then you ended up it was a whole nightmare. It was a mess. So anyway, there's that. Brandy did put in the 67 practical Korean phrases to ace your first Korean conversation by a website called Fluent in 3 months. Yeah, that's not me, but okay. And then we have Slumpin'. Have you got a chance to look at any of that stuff that I think I dumped in here, but I probably didn't the way my day's going in Slumpin' Room, Kim?
I have not, so I'll have to go check that out because I haven't really watched a lot of stuff lately, but I do know that that new one was it Destined with You.
Yeah.
I saw some clips of that. And well, actually, my friend, because we were like I was there for hours, so we went and we were talking about the K dramas, and she said she showed us a like it was like the eight best kiss scenes from that drama, and I was like, oh my god. So I've got to watch that one. I've got to watch that one. But apparently the lead is he's from SB9 apparently.
Really?
Yeah. Hold on, let me see. That's what she was saying, and I was like SB9. Like,
Okay,
wait,
so
aren't you Kingdom?
Cho Buha. I'm probably butchering that because I butcher everything. Shut up. You relish my embarrassment.
You said
Weren't you
hoo-ha.
doing that to me at the beginning?
But that's it. That says that Cho Buha.
Rowoon.
But I don't. Okay, well, I don't know if it's the male or the female because it's genderless. But yeah.
Oh, so he's at SF9. SF9.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, former member of SF9.
Are they even still around? Are they even still together?
I do not know, but yeah, she showed us like scenes from it. I was like, oh my god, I gotta watch this. Oh, geez, that dude's 6'2". Really? I didn't. Dang, he's tall.
Yeah, I don't go by that stuff because they've like underrated so many shows that I really enjoyed. Get cool with K-pop.
Apparently, he just left SF9 because it says 2016 to 2023, and that's IMDb. It's the same as Internet Movie Database.
Alrighty.
So that's what it's saying. But other than that, that's all that I have on that front. I have not watched any new animes or anything like that. So
I am telling y'all, I have dropped a crap ton of links and none of them are in any of these groups. This is just unnerving. Okay. In the Get Cool with K-pop, because I drop like 5 links a day in here and it's only showing 2. Overwatch 2 is doing a collab with, how do you say it? Le Seraphim.
I guess so. That's how I pronounce
She's
it.
not
I
even
like it.
listening.
Lee Seraphim.
Yeah, them. They're doing a collab for Overwatch 2. And then
Sorry.
I have an Eric Nam live performance video in there, and I know that I posted a ton of stuff because
I gotta go
Jungkook
watch.
just came out with that, not 3D, but the one that came out with after that, with that kid Lori or whatever his
Oh
name
yeah,
is.
I know what you're talking about. I forgot what
Yeah.
it's called though. But let me tell you,
Nom.
I know I was thinking that too, but I was
What?
Eric
but
Nam, like
Isn't that
Vietnam.
what I said?
You said
no, you
Nam.
say Nam.
I like Eric. Okay, he's one of
Yeah,
my
I like him
favorites.
too. He's really funny. What does he say?
Okay.
Your dog speaks Chinese?
It's because Amber was sitting there telling her dog to go home in Chinese because she is Chinese
Yeah.
American. And with
The
mouth
other
full of
day,
lemon.
so you know Jungkook's song 7, right?
Yeah.
So I like to watch the music video that he has there. But then I have this playlist that I've been having for like years. It's my K-pop playlist, whatever, separate from my Stray Kids playlist. And so like every once in a while, like I added his song to the playlist and I didn't realize I added the wrong one. So I added his performance video or whatever of 7. And so when I was like playing it on the way to my parents' house, like
Oh
instead of
no.
saying, yes, bro, and
Oh
he was
no.
saying
And it
like,
was explicit, wasn't it?
yeah, it was the explicit version.
Oh.
And I was just like, what the crap am I listening to? Like, what? Am I hearing this right? I said, this, I do not remember him saying this. And I'm like
Oh,
looking at it,
yeah.
I was like,
Mhm.
what is this?
And if you
I'm a
ever
little
listen to that Chicks versus her versus, just make me want to gag.
Oh yeah. I was so like my little sister's like, what is this? I was like, bro, I'm just as confused. I don't remember him saying that. And he doesn't. He
Yeah,
says
he does.
loving.
Yeah. Well, on the edited version, he says loving, and her versions are still
yeah.
disgusting. But you know,
The
Whose
explicit
version?
version that he does.
huh?
Like and then like the 3D song, like Jack Harlow, like I'm just like I
The
like the
3D
song.
song?
Yeah,
Yeah.
3D. Jack Harlow's kind of you know, but I'm
Yeah.
just like
I love his
honestly,
vocals. I love his
like
vocals.
I have like so I being Army, I bought RM's album. I have J Hope's album. I have Yoongi's album, but I have still not bought Jimin's K's or JK's, and I have Jin's single. But I'm like, I'm sorry, I just have no desire to really buy them, and they're just sitting on my shelf. And I'm like, and then the other day, like I have my playlist on, and Take Two came on, and I'm like, I miss my home. I want them all together again. Cause
I
like,
think
I prefer them all together. Like the sound is so much different because all their solo albums, the sound is so much different from each one. But
think
when they're all
because like
together, it's just, oh.
How many do we have?
I don't know, like I love these Love
That's
Me Again
it?
songs.
You cannot multitask.
I am multitasking. My back hurts.
No.
I love these Love Me Again song. Like I just love listening to it.
Well, his jazzy voice is very like it's soothing in my opinion.
Yes,
But
it
I
really
just have no desire to like have like actually own each album. Like I was trying, and I'm just like, no, I just want them all back together again.
Well, that's
There
going to be a
will
while.
be. I
I
know.
know.
Especially since like it would says that they all went together, so that way they all come back together.
I
But
They
know.
didn't do that.
I know
No,
they're doing it like one by one, like months later.
I don't know why they didn't. I thought that was the whole plan, the way they made
I
it
did
sound when
too.
they did the Lisa stuff.
Are you showing
You
Sungmin's
know.
messages?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw.
I wonder what he's talking about because he just says like very faint.
He probably didn't
Singman.
eat. He
He
probably,
probably
didn't eat.
didn't.
Ooh, if I was like one of the managers, I would just be like throwing pillows at these kids.
What the hell? Now Taeyong is going live all of a sudden at 9:55 at night. Okay.
What?
I know what.
Someone's
Yeah,
doing a live?
Kim Taeyong is doing a live right now on Weverse. It just popped up.
Oh, see, I didn't even get that. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
I took my like I kind of like removed the Weverse app because there was just like sometimes if they
Constant.
pop, yes,
Yeah.
the notifications pop up more than Felix's notifications.
Well, and I was getting pretty pissed because Kehoe the other night just kept screwing my stuff up because I was trying to do something and it just keep popping up. Kehoe responded, Kehoe. And I was like, stop!
These boys message so much, yes. And plus, I never really like read any of their stuff either. Like,
Who on Weverse? Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't really follow them anymore. Maybe because I'm too busy with the other 8. Oh,
I know, right? I only have enough energy to like focus on one
And I don't
group.
even have enough energy to keep that up.
Just like my friends last night, they're like, Kim, okay, we know you listen to 18. Do you have a bias yet? I'm like, no, well, kind of, but not really because I'm just following 2 groups. That's it. I'm not doing any more. I'm not. I mean, yes, you can technically I'm a multi-stand, but I'm not standing anymore but the 2 groups. That's it. I
It's
can't afford it.
expensive to stand more than too many.
Because
The
they like
first-
follow the Rose, 18, and Stray Kids, BTS, and Hyphen, and I forgot who else, and I'm just like, no, I can't do it.
That
BTS was the first K-pop band I've ever listened to, about like 8 years ago. And I forgot what was their song. I think it was called Fire or something. That was my first song I listened to.
Oh yeah,
like I had heard Dynamite, but I didn't know it was K-pop. Or
Because
maybe
it
I
was in
did and I
English.
just didn't pay that much of attention to it. I don't know. But anyway. You know we can finish this later, right?
I I like
Yeah.
their I got into listening to their song Fake Love because
oh my god,
like
yes.
I can always like
I
steal
like
these
the
up
way,
and put them in a box and
I like the way
steal 'em.
Jungkook sings
Are all
that
those
one
done?
part. I forgot what it was, but he
Yes.
sings this one part that worked like it's really cool.
And I wrote how many is in the
Yeah,
box.
if it
Okay.
hadn't been for that song,
Just-
I don't think my eyes would have been
I'm
open
gonna
to
steal
the
these
trash
and just leave them here. Okay.
of marriage I was in.
Because I'll close this room up. The dogs can't get in here anyway.
So
Like,
we're talking about BTS, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
I was no longer anymore because of toxic fans, but I was a BTS fan. I think a year after they debuted. So
Oh, wow.
that's how long I've known them for.
Yeah.
Boy with
Well,
Love was like one of the first ones that I saw.
I told y'all the story about the army person, right? About how she thinks it's a good idea that BTS is scared of their own fandom.
How?
I think you might have mentioned that.
And now she says she's a stay and she expects the guys, she wants to play it off like she expects the guys to be scared of us and that's a good thing. And I'm like, in what weird ass way is that ever a good thing to be scared of your fans? Like to the point. Yeah, no, I don't understand. I could never do that to these babies.
You should
She's
never
crazy.
be afraid of your fans at all.
I
No,
know, seriously.
but she's like literally bragging about it and super proud of it. And I'm like, you're toxic.
Yes. Yes.
Maybe that's why you're rotting from the inside out. I didn't say that.
But that's the thing, like all fandoms have some toxic fans in it. It's just that's the way it is,
There's all
Yeah.
kinds of crazy.
But K-pop fandoms,
There
man, they
was this
just
one,
they are the top of the cake there.
There's this one show that my coworker keeps suggesting to me. It's like a Japanese show or whatever, where this girl, she's this big idol, and she ends up like getting pregnant and having twins, and like one of her the most obsessed fans ends up killing because like he's upset that she ended up getting with somebody else, and so apparently like she was still like he felt so guilty at the end of that because like apparently like before she died she looked him in the eye and was just like I forgive you because she was just like I love my fans and I understand why they get obsessed about things like this and so I'm like my girl how can you forgive he killed you in front of your kids like excuse you but I feel like that's kind of like the level of obsession that I wish would never happen.
Now just be aware, guys, sometime this week they should be announcing the fan club
The
opening.
membership, I know. I'm excited. I've been waiting.
Yeah.
Thank
like
God
this-
I get paid this week so I can
I
renew.
know.
Right.
I'll be getting paid
But-
Friday,
but
so
it-
hopefully.
But I
Same.
think that
Wednesday.
they said it goes on for like 2 weeks. So
Like
like-
October to November something.
it's not like the season greetings where they open it for a week and expect everybody and their dog to pre-order that and then they close it. I'm so mad I missed out on that.
I only got 2 things from that, and it was a acrylic stand and a keychain, and that was it. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. So that's
I
all I
wanted
got.
the kit,
Oh, the
but
full
I'm
kit.
greedy like
Yeah.
that. Alrighty. Well, thank you, ma'am.
If I
I'll
can
give you
get a-
I'll give you a minute.
Watch
Just trying to
the
get out of the
video
floor.
off so I didn't embarrass myself.
Oh, so that's why he's doing a live. Okay.
That was only 50.
Taeyong
What?
apparently is
That was
going
only
to
50,
Paris
But I
for
think there's
something.
100.
Paris?
When we cut them in half, there's
Yeah.
300
Well,
bags.
when I'm working in here this week, I can do some more.
Okay.
Although I'm probably going to be painting and stuff outside more than anything.
That's
But it's
fine.
supposed to rain Thursday, so I'll be inside.
Okay.
Wait, really? Oh, that's on your area though, right?
What? That's on my area.
There, right?
Thank
Alright.
you, ma'am.
You're welcome. See you later.
Okay.
What do y'all think about what is your take on all this AI stuff? Like the pictures and
not-
the-
I don't like it.
I don't like
I'm
it.
like,
There
I'm like,
is
what
there
the
is so
hell?
many ways that can be used wrong, and you know that they're going to use it wrong eventually if
Yes.
they haven't already. So
Yes.
I absolutely hate it. I don't like any of it.
I'm like, I think it needs to be regulated. Like it's just absolutely ridiculous.
As much as I hate the government sticking their little sticky fingers into everything, I have to agree with you on this. Because it's just, yeah, no.
Because like I saw it was where was it? Oh, it was a video call. It was Chan. And it was a more recent one because somebody had did an AI of Chan singing Seven. And Chan goes, that's me. He's like, that's really me. And he was just in awe. But then, I'm like, but that's not right. You're like, you stealing his voice. It's just, I'm like, no, I'm sorry. As much as that would be like, I would love to hear him cover something or of somebody else. That's just stealing their voice without their permission.
Yeah.
Well, and they've been making masks and stuff that are deep fakes for years, but now
Yeah.
you've got the voice and everything else going on. It is just going to go all sorts of sideways. I guarantee you it will, because I'm a
yeah.
prophet like that. Remember, I can tell the future.
But I'm
But
just
yeah, no,
like,
I don't like it. I
And
don't
then I
like it.
see all these AIs of BTS, and I'm just like, I'm like, no, no. Like you're using you're using their picture without their permission. No.
Yep.
Especially with the ones where it shows them with kids and all this stuff. I'm like, no.
Mhm. Yeah. Because soon it's going to be, you're going to be start seeing them with their girlfriend or their boyfriend or something, and it's not
Yeah.
really them, and it's just going to create that much more toxicity.
Can we just talk
Exactly.
about how Dayton has been talking about like Genshin Impact or whatever? One, I've been really confused because I don't play that game, so like some of the stuff that he mentions, I'm like, what is going on? What are you talking about? But he really does look like that character.
Yeah, yeah, he does. I don't
I'm
play the
like,
game, but I know the character, but yeah, he does.
it's like one of
Yeah.
those situations when you're like watching an anime, you're like, oh, I wish that character was real because like I would definitely go with them, you know? And you're like playing Genshin Impact, see this character, and you're like, oh, I wish he was real. Like, hello. There's a real life version.
Hello, right here.
I know. So I was just like, oh,
So y'all,
Okay,
God. Bye.
bye.
bye.